All right.
I'm back.
Uh, Foul on the play.
I'm back.
What's up, stranger?
Man,
What's going
mine,
on?
mine, mine. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Not too much of nothing though. Vacation, man.
Happy early
But see
anniversary. Happy early anniversary.
that part.
Before you disappear
Uh,
again.
bro, listen. I gotta keep moving. Just tough, bro. That time of season. I mean, this time of year get busy for me. I'm always hosting. Kids got tournaments and crazy stuff like that.
Stop the cap.
Sorry.
What was that?
I mean, I heard some cap. Go ahead.
Yes,
So
okay. As far as what?
I've been loading up after you, taking your hiatus. And I
What's
was
the
talking about,
cap?
I'm just saying. Go ahead, continue.
I'm just saying, I've been busy, man.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
so,
Oh yeah.
so so I leave. He got some artillery.
Oh
This
yeah.
is gonna be
Oh
fun.
yeah.
This is gonna be real fun and interesting. I see we got some more people that's subscribing, man. I appreciate y'all. I want to first and foremost say thank you so much for your time. Thank you for making the choices that you made. Um, yeah, this ain't easy. So I
No, it's
appreciate
not.
anybody who's interested in this. Yeah, I don't understand. It took us 3 times to get this thing started.
Bro, we lost, like you said, almost an hour just trying to get going, just because of the updates and just stuff was out of whack. So, but yeah, welcome to the Agree to Disagree podcast. I am your host, Mike Check of Mike Check Productions.
I am your co-host, Simply Ken. If I did it once, I darn sure gonna do it again.
He might. Yep, that's what's up.
I probably will. I probably will. I come back. I circle the block. Whew. What we got, man?
Ah,
What have I missed? What have I missed? I've been getting these
bro,
these 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 lonely clips.
I don't know about lonely. We be rocking. I don't know about lonely.
Hold
Don't do
on,
that. Don't do that.
hold on. I'm gonna tell you what I get. I get these. Yeah. So if you really want to think about this, people really have to understand what's
Yeah,
going on.
yeah, yeah. I ain't gonna jump around here. I ain't kicing not. You gonna get it how you get it.
No energy,
No,
no energy. I
just
said
chilling,
you just go get it. You just go.
just chilling.
Listen, bro, man. You was bro, man on there. He's like, just flow.
Yeah.
Yep,
Oh yeah.
yep. I said this dude ain't even got no facial expressions.
Nah,
What is he doing?
nah, chilling. Yep.
Ain't nothing wrong with chilling. So you had a vacation too, though, right?
Yeah.
You was
Eh,
in some
But
tropical places.
yeah, but that's what happens when I
With,
go on
with some
vacation. Everybody go on vacation. They like, oh, yeah, we ain't okay. We still ain't heard from Corey.
who's who
Who
that?
was that? I,
Who that?
I think it's that guy that's in
Bro,
our profile picture.
listen,
That dude on the left on the end. I think that's him. I don't know.
listen. I'm about to change my profile picture. I done cut my locks too, bro.
Oh
You
yeah,
see my
you got
lining? You
you
see
got
my
to update.
lining? God dang, thank you, Jesus. Time and patience. I didn't go to Turkey. That's what I didn't do.
Mm.
Not yet. That might be the first. That might be the next trip. That's crazy. Oh my goodness, bro.
So yeah, make sure y'all hit the like button, y'all. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Ain't nothing changed. You know what I'm saying? We do this for y'all. We had these conversations that we usually have on the phone. We make sure we do it on the pod. So that's what's up. Hit that like
Yeah,
button.
I think I came back with some heat. Um, I think so yeah, man, for 2026, man, what you think we gonna do differently, man? We over 600 subscribers or something like that?
I gotta check. I know for sure we over 600, but I gotta get the official.
Okay. We
Uh,
gotta we want to make sure that we bringing something to this new year that they're gonna appreciate as well. What are you thinking?
wow, 725.
I know you're not a 725. I take it.
Yeah.
I know you're not a resolution, beginning of the year resolution type person, but man, what do you think we could bring to our audience? Because obviously we got an audience now.
I think we need to start going live
Ooh,
instead of just recording.
ah,
Not every time. I'm saying at least once a week, so we could
you
press
know,
the flesh with our peoples.
yeah, you know what, man? I say this. I think I'm not in disagreement with that. I think I talked to you about this on the phone before. Um, I want to get some more feedback, man. I want to see what people feel, bro. I'm learning that this podcast thing, it's hard to have a it's hard to plan for it, right?
Right.
Because in order to have something successful, you really got to be able to get some input from the people who are rocking with you. So y'all comment, man. Say something, Um,
That
we
and go live. That's what I'm saying. The feedback that you're looking for, you'll get it faster online than somebody, commenting in the comment section. Because remember, we don't comment. We just watch and
yeah, you got a point.
go about our business.
You got a point. You got a point. You got a point. 700, bro. That's crazy. 700 people across this world said, "Hey, I want to do. I want to.
I rock
What
with
you what you're saying matters.
it. Right. Matters enough for me to
What,
click and watch for sure.
click a button, bro. Give us some of that time. Does that? What do you think? What percentage you think of those people kind of tune in, or you think some people just do it out of habit?
I think people like what they hear in that moment. They hit subscribe, but then they may not come back because the algorithm. If the algorithm is strong, they might come back. But so, what percentage of the? I would say I always say 5 to 10% because I'll be watching the numbers on each content creator. They'll have over 100,000 subscribers or 400,000, but then the numbers won't reflect that. You know what I'm saying? It'd be like a 10%, 5% of their subscribers actually tap in, hit the button, things of that nature. So I think it's no different for us. I don't think
So
all 700 is tapping in.
so what you think is the most important thing? The most important thing is the interaction, or just to get the viewers. I mean the subscribers.
The interaction for sure, because subscribers are just that. You know, that doesn't. I mean, once you get past 1,000, once you're what do you call it, monetized. Now it's about the interaction because the interaction creates more um, visibility. That tells YouTube, okay, you're important. Let me show you. Let me put you in front of more eyes because y'all over there, y'all got people, excuse me, interacting and doing the most. So okay, if you can command that type of crowd, let me put you in front of these people or in front of that. So the engagement for sure.
Okay.
That's why I was never when we only had 60 subscribers. I didn't care about the subscriber count as much. I wanted, like you said, we begging people to talk, join the conversation, leave a comment, talk to us, talk to us, talk to us. I don't care about the subscribers as much. They're gonna come. That's gonna be a byproduct of the interaction. So yeah.
That's interesting. So I think you look at it from obviously you're a quote unquote YouTuber.
Hmm.
So you look at it from that standpoint. I think I want the interaction because I kind of care about the input. I care about what they want to hear about. You know, I think I like I like feedback. You know what I mean? Conjecture. I like all of it. So I think mine was more for to kind of help with the direction of the show, not necessarily the monetization piece, right? So, but shoot, we working it from both ends. You know what I'm saying? So, I think
Well,
that's
the monetization is a byproduct. That's not why I'm here, and that's not what I'm shooting for. The interaction is going to create all of that. So yes,
yeah.
the interaction is what I'm mainly focusing on because, like you said, I mean, if they got good suggestions, I'll take it. But just the interaction, like me and you interact and have conversation. I want the same conversation from the people that think like us or don't think like us. They may disagree. It's cool.
Yeah, I'm with that. I'm with that. I think that's another thing. What did we talked about it, bro? Um, man, I want to bring some of my subscribers on, bro. If you interested, if you got some comment or some feedback, you rocking with some of the things that we've talked about, feel like you can vibe with us, we'll send you that link, let you jump on with us for a little bit.
Right. Right. For sure.
And yeah, I think that's a good way to open things up. And I'm a I would consider myself a diverse person, right? So I love to hear different perspectives. Um, I argue it too. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing
Mhm.
wong with that.
Right. Yeah,
But
he ain't never scared to argue.
I ain't never scared for the argument. Yeah, but it's all gravy either way.
Okay. Well, that's what's up. That's our resolution for this year, for this year's podcast show, whatever you want to call this, is to create interaction by going live.
Absolutely.
For sure, going live because you gotta people show up in them lives. If it ain't the troll, they show up to have a conversation. So you ready to get into
I
the
got
topic?
teenagers
Oh, it's
asking
cool.
me questions. Yeah,
It's cool.
yeah, bro. Let's get into this topic, bro. You want me to? I could bring the topic out, and then I'll give some conjecture behind it. Well, not. I'll give some framework behind it.
Okay.
Um, I think it's fitting, and that's another thing too, man. I want to try to make sure that some of the conversations we having are relevant to some of the conversations that are going on in the community too. I think that's important, right? And I use that phrase specifically for this topic. Um, what is your community,
Hmm.
right? I think that I think that we use that word very loosely, and I think that everyone feels that there's an assumptive meaning to that, that we kind of all understand what we're talking about. But I I think we might start. I think it might be time to start defining and even redefining what our community is. What you think about that?
I agree. I think I'm on the same wavelength as you are because I'm not going to give you a cookie cutter definition of community because I think that's subjective community, but I think our definition is closely aligned. Um, for me myself, community starts with family, and then from family, it's like-minded individuals. So community is just that. It's not a black community, a white community, or whatever, whatever. It's a bunch of like-minded people that's headed in the same direction. That's a community, in my how I look at it.
I agree. Um, I think that's something we both agree on. But I think far and wide, I don't think that everybody feels that way. I think, and I'm gonna say we because we both African American males. I think black people in general, we want to associate ourselves with the community simply based on our skin color. Um, and I'm not sure that's the healthiest way to go about it, bro. I'm gonna be honest.
Do you
My
think that makes a
46,
community? Do you think that makes a community just based off skin color?
um, nah, bro. I mean, so I'll be honest with you. The way that from where we grew up, I understand how you would refer to your community as that. Um, and the separation is simply by color, and that's the only likeness. That's the primary likeness, just your color. But now that we older, bro. We've had kids, we've had other experiences, we've traveled. Um, we've evolved, right? I think us associating, and when I say us, I'm saying African Americans, us associating our community simply by our skin color, I think it's hurting us more than it's helping us.
Mm.
Um,
You're talking about the culture. You're talking about the culture, not just the skin color, because we jump in that culture box and we as we get older and mature. I'm talking about me and you. I'm not talking about the rest. We appreciate other cultures not based on skin color, but based on uh the like-minded, the what I'm saying, the direction, the successfulness.
how they operate.
Yeah, how they operate. We're not
Yeah.
looking at like you said, we're not narrowing it down to skin color and so much culture. We looking at mind frame. When you see somebody and you match the mind frame, bro.
Yeah, bro. Let me say this. I hear this a lot, and I think we hear this a lot on the internet, bro. The black community, the black community, the black community, the black community, the black
Hmm.
community, and it's built and it's shaped up like it as if it's a monolith. Um,
And
but
we
I
be
think that
hard. We
hurts
be the
us more.
main ones. We be the main ones screaming, "I'm not a monolith. I'm not." But as soon as a black man start thinking differently, here come the nicknames. You know what I'm saying? Here come the coon and
Yeah,
the
Uncle
bootleg. It's like,
Tom.
come on, bro.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
But go ahead. I didn't mean to stop you.
Well, oh no, bro, that's cool. So my concern is, so okay, so let's me and you let's break down what the internet and what the culture is defining as the black community. What do you think are the most representative things of the black community?
Hip hop.
Hmm.
That should not be our focal point of our culture,
My
but
moniker.
yeah, that yes, that shouldn't be the go-to. But hip hop entertainment. And when I say entertainment, that covers reality TV, how we acted and portraying ourselves on TV. Um, Culturally, whether we embrace it or not, we're culturally known for being separate, single parent. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
We're highly sexual. I mean, um, the women are strong.
Aggression.
Yeah, There you go, aggression. Um, yeah, those are the cultural, like you say, monikers or talking points that we have shown to the world. Not only positive ones would be the entertainment, the sports. We lead that realm of culture. It's the entertainers, but
Yeah, and I think a lot of
the serious matters, we can't culturally speak on anything positive. When it comes to work ethic, when it comes to entrepreneurship, when it comes to the things that actually matter, you know, I don't know.
yeah, I completely agree. I'm gonna be careful to say what matters and what doesn't matter, right? But I definitely think that many will argue, you know, that there are other parts of our community that are out there. Now, I'm not saying there aren't what most would say are successful parts of the community, right? Let's talk about ratchet and civilized. Let's just kind of separate it like that, right?
Hmm.
For everybody who says that, there's a part of our community that's ratchet, there's some that's gonna argue that there's civilized parts of the community as well, right? But I think what happens is um the most dominant parts of our community, and when I say our community, I'm talking about the community that the culture considers as the black community. I think the most dominant parts are negative.
Hmm.
I think a lot of us don't want to agree with that because, truth be told, some of the negativeness feels good, right? It feels good to be a pimp. It feels good to be sexually liberated as a woman. It feels good to be independent and not need a man. You know what I'm saying? It feels good to cap a nigga or to had a switch on you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So a lot of us don't want to um hold the accountability. We don't want to be accountable to the results of those feelings being acted out. You know what I mean?
It's the results of our culture. Yeah.
Yeah. And which in turn turns to the community, right? So I say this because I have my brother-in-law. If y'all don't know, my sister is K Love the poet. That's my sister. It's gonna get out to her. So love you, sis. Me and her husband. No, me and her husband have great conversations. My brother-in-law, right? We
Yes,
have
sir.
great conversations, right? And we
Hmm.
talk about community, right? And I respect his part. He's they're in Baltimore, Maryland, and they do a lot for their community. And I say air quotes because fill in the blank how you may, right?
Damn,
But
Baltimore.
what
They
I
live in
think is
Baltimore.
the community. Yeah. So I think the community is what is indicative of what most in the culture would say the black community is. So um we have conversations, and the question kind of comes up, what are you doing for your community? And I have my argument. I have my take on it. Let me say, I'm not necessarily argument because we're just talking. Good dude too, by the way. What up, Jack? Shout out to Jamal. I'm gonna invite him on the cast one day. But I had to sit back after I left that. I said, what is my community? And when I think about it, man, your community are the people that you surrounded yourself with like ideas. Um, your community is where your kids are getting their rearing, where they go to school. Your community consists of your neighbors, consists of the activities and the lifestyle, things that contribute to the lifestyle that you're trying to live on a daily basis. And to be quite honest, um, I mean, for myself, for other people that I know, that community is not completely black. And it's interesting because I think once you you know you leave a community, or you evolve from some of the negative parts of the community that's been defined by the culture, and you go elsewhere, there seems like a responsibility to give back to that community from which you came. um I agree with that, but my conversation or my question is, what's more important, the community that you're actually living in, that you're raising your kids for the last 18 years in, um where you shop, where you and your family like to dine and operate and feel comfortable, where you take your kids to the park and they celebrate. Is that the community that you live in? Does that community get less responsibility or accountability than the community that you evolved from? That's my question. What do you think, Mike?
First I want to say shout out to both of them for uh laying seeds and laying roots in Baltimore, Maryland.
Yeah.
That lets
Shout
that
out.
lets yeah, that lets me know they down for the cause, because Baltimore, Maryland ain't, if you try to give back to the community or help the youth or whatever they doing out there, that's serious. So shout out to y'all for that. So what's the disagreement with with them? How they look at community or how they define community? What's the disconnect?
I think the root of, I'm not saying there's necessarily a disconnect,
Oh,
but I
okay.
think the root is what is your community? I think my community starts with my family. Starts where
Yeah,
where
yeah.
we operate, right? Um
Do they agree?
and I
Now remember, they don't have kids now. They don't have a family,
no,
so they
wait,
they
wait,
can't they
wait,
can't
wait,
take that.
wait. So let's back up. He has kids, you know,
I'm talking about
right?
together. Yeah, I was talking about together, but okay.
So if you're saying that that's the makeup, I feel you.
Hmm.
But let's take them out of it,
Okay.
right? Is your community Northwest Indiana, Gary,
I told you
or
where
is
my
your
community
community
start.
it starts at home,
That's right.
and then anything beyond that? Do you feel socially responsible to go give back to the trenches?
Ah,
That's what I'm
I
saying.
I
Don't mind me. I'm
do.
about to bite this sandwich.
Go ahead. I do struggle with that. Being where I am, I'm not rich, but being where I am, comfortable. I like to say that I'm comfortable. I do feel a sense of obligation to make an impact in Gary, but my biggest impact is in these four walls. You know what I'm saying? My biggest, greatest effect is the effect that I can make inside these four walls. Because you can make change where you come from, but it may not land. it may fall on deaf ears. So I kind of struggle with that. It's like I want to, but I don't know if that's I don't know if that's just me going along to get along, or if that's really truly what I should be doing. I struggle with that, bro. I don't know what the right answer is. What do you think? Do you think you are obligated to where you're from to go back and make an impact?
I think I think right now, where you and I stand, we messing up the show because we agree. There's no disagreement.
Oh, okay.
I want to argue, but I so
And I feel like we're the only community that there's no other community that's struggling. I mean, you got the Latinos and Mexicans that will, because you got truck drivers, Macedonians that will come make money and take it back to their country and do what they got to do, right? You got Mexicans doing the same thing. They take this, boom, take it back home. So it's not far fetched to have that thought to go back and try to make a change back home. But I don't have family in Gary, so that would be the only reason why I would do something like that, is for family. But just for the community, no, I got it out the mud. You got to get it out the mud. Like, come on. I'll help you.
oh
I'll help you get it out the mud. I'll give you the resources. I'll point you in the direction. But come on, bro. We look at celebrities all the time, and entertainers and athletes go broke all of the time trying to do that, trying to run that play, right? Trying to reach back and take care of everybody and spin, and they go broke. So that ain't the right play. Just saying.
bro. So I'm sorry, y'all. I agree with him. Um, takes me to a Jay-Z line, bro. I can't help the hood if I'm one of them.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. He just
Um,
said, yeah,
so I think that watch this. This is my take, and I kind of threw this out when I was having the conversation initially. There's a lot of ways to help your community, right? I think outside of being in your community every day, helping, if that's what you want to, if that's what you feel like that you're called to do, or you feel like that's your biggest attribute, I think it's equally important. Well, so watch this. So let's use Jay, right? Just so we kind of take ourselves out of the situation, right? Something that everybody can understand and I deal with. So we understand Jay came from a tough community, Marcy Projects, right? Um, and I take on the mindset that he put in that verse. Um, you can't really help if you're among.
right,
Um, it's tough. It is hard. I think um that those that do, it's important, right? To try to redirect and be in the middle of it. But I think it's equally, if not more important, to get out because Jay-Z, he's a symbol of what you can do. He's a symbol that you can uplift yourself above and beyond that. We need, or they, or I don't. It's hard. I don't even know. I don't even. I hate saying we, but then I hate saying they because I don't want to separate myself from kind of where I came from, right? I don't want to
right.
forget that. But those that are lost and entrenched, they need to know. They need somebody to be successful because that's what you aspire to. That gives people hope.
Yeah.
And I think more so than being a part, in it every day, because those are bringing resources and helping with the direction. But I think that what's it equally or not more important is to get out and be an example of what of that there is an out. And I think that that out should be as diverse as possible.
Hmm.
Um,
You
bro,
you you're a
like
great example of giving back. We always talk about how we don't want to give back, but we both have given back. Everything that you learn, right? Everything that you excel in, first thing you do is turn around and be trying to reach for others to grab them to come. from flipping houses to selling
Yeah,
cars to buying houses to when you worked at Ford to the phone. I mean, you always turned around and said, "Hey, hey, y'all,
try
come
to put
this way.
people on.
Look! I found a new door. Come on, y'all." So we've been giving back.
Yeah,
We've been giving back. I drive trucks, right? So I got a
yeah,
CDL. Anybody with a CDL, I don't care what color you are. I'm trying to pull you on. Like, look, bro, we hiring, bro. We get paid a lot. Come on, because trucking ain't the easiest uh, field to navigate. Every trucking job ain't worth two dead flies. So
yeah, bro.
when you can help somebody, I try to help people. People I went to school with. I run into a lot of people I went to school with that got their CDL, and I didn't pull it on too many people. So we give back, but we don't give back how maybe the
Mm.
community would like for us to give back, but we still create opportunities, right? So I think we cool in that area.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate you saying that because sometimes I it's hard. It's hard to have an argument, or not an argument, but it's hard to justify my position or how I give back when I'm dealing with people that are in the environment giving back. So my argument is always from a distance. But
Yeah,
I think the best way to give back is to not be a part of the community and not contribute to the negative attributes of the community. And that's what I do in
yeah,
my household,
yeah.
right?
Create change. Yeah,
I'm,
yep.
I'm keeping my daughter out. I'm keeping my kids out, my sons out, right? I'm not contributing to what's going on. And for those in the community that aspire to be outside the community, I'm hopefully they can see attributes and traits in me to
Hmm.
understand that there's a better way. We have choices. We're empowered. So I'm thinking that's important, but it's hard to argue that when you're talking about people that are sitting in the middle of the trenches, passing out food and
That is
talking and
so
walking the
true.
street.
That is so true. That's
But
like stabbing somebody and bandaging them up. Bro, you're in the trenches doing goofiness. Okay, so you got a book bag drive. You handing out free food. Bro, but you're still a part of the problem, bro. You gotta, like you say, you gotta separate yourself, show
yeah,
a
bro.
different path, and then give back. Don't stab them and bandage them up and think you're doing something.
Yeah. You know what I think hinders us too, bro? I'm gonna keep it a buck. This is a conversation I want to kind of get into as well. And when I say us, I'm saying African Americans, and I'm talking about the culture and what the culture considers the community. Um, is that all black everything? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Is that
yeah,
is that what you doing for the culture? What you doing for the culture? What you doing like like is that we need to be together, right? I looked at it like this, bro. We're trying to fight for equality. When I say we're, I'm saying African Americans.
2026. But go ahead.
I think that is the most ignorant thing, period. Reason being is simple math. We're only 13% of the population.
Yeah.
There's not going to be equality.
Hey, rock out. I gotta check my food.
So when I say that, y'all, I'm not saying that it's a problem with taking care of your own, but I'm saying that that hinders us. That puts us in a situation where we think that we're ever going to be equal to the majority. I mean, the only way that can happen is we keep sleeping with their wives, making kids, right? Sleeping with their women and making kids. But as it stands, we're 13% of the population. 13%. If we legitimately, I think we like 42 million black African Americans in the United States, right? Think about this. If we took all the black people and they just gave us Texas, right? We'd have all of Texas. We can build our town, our city. We have the biggest state, but we'd be missing out on the beauty of the other 49 states and territories. And I think that'd be a mistake because we'll still be in that little box. We won't be able to grow. We won't be able to evolve. Sure, we'll have our culture, but I think, life lived is about experience. The best life is about diversity. Um, as much as we want to talk about, the black community and all black this, all black that, and support your black man, all those things. I think just as important as it is to do that, it's probably even more important to be diverse and accept others. I think that um our community has taken on a stigma. And it is a stigma of, you know, overly sexualized, women being promiscuous, violence, aggression. Um, you know, I think those things that have been the stigma in our community can be altered if we actually go outside of our community. If we embrace a different level of diversity, meaning um, connect with other cultures, other practices, some of those things that are negative attributes in our community, they're just perpetuated because that's the only community we're exposed to. We created those negative created those negative perspectives of our community. I don't think that we're all aggressive. I don't think that we're all promiscuous. I don't think that we're all violent. We all, get high and carry guns. I think we are diverse, but I think we cut off our diversity because we feel like we have some loyalty to blackness.
Hmm.
Um, like I remember being in school, bro, and this is so crazy. And this is probably indicative of most black highly populated urban areas. Like the black dude that came to school in slacks and maybe a button up,
That was me.
um, he looked at like he a nerd. And you get clown for being a nerd. If you not cool, you didn't have the J's on. If you like science, you know what I'm saying?
I don't even want to go
If you
there.
were
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you were smart, if you like to read, bro, if you was interested in bro, I was a president of student council. You know what I'm saying? But there's a stigma even with intelligence in our community, bro.
Hmm. Yeah. You're not even
That's
free to be you.
crazy.
You have to conform
Yeah.
to whatever the culture says.
Whatever the culture says, and the culture really has no direction.
Yeah.
So
To
what
your,
I'm
to your,
saying is,
go ahead. Go ahead.
what I'm saying is, if we got out of that box and we integrated instead of trying
Hmm.
to separate, we'd find more likeness. Like if it
You just
was
stole my
cool,
point.
yeah, if it was cool if you like science and worms, right, as a kid, and you connected with other kids, with other, with, Filipino kids and Italian kids and West African kids that enjoy that same thing, and it's not shunned upon, that takes away from the aggression. That takes away from the promiscuity. That takes away from the violent nature.
Hmm.
By us being so condensed and psychologically being a part of the community, we take off our opportunity to be diverse and be accepted as people instead of savages.
What's the
What do you
what's the
think?
opposite of the opposite of a diverse mind is an idle mind, and an idle mind is that's when bad things happen, right?
What your book say about an out of mind?
Nope. I
Whose
I,
background is
I,
that?
I purposely didn't say it because I knew he was gonna do that. Yeah. I don't know if the book say that, but yeah, that's
It
the
does.
thought. An idle man is a devil's playground or something to that effect.
Hmm.
But yeah, if you don't give your kids goals, and I'm gonna get back to the point, but as a parent, if you don't give your kids goals, then they'll chase what's popular. If you give them goals, they'll see what's popular. Go ahead.
Hold on. I didn't want to cut you off, but I
Go ahead.
wanted to pause you right there. Pause.
Mhm.
It's not about what's popular. It's about what's being influenced. Because what I started to learn, bro, when I moved away from there, is everything that we thought was popular wasn't really popular. It's just popular in those communities.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, yeah.
When you yeah, when you go elsewhere, bro. So this crazy, right? Let's say I was a little gangbanger. I had a gang affiliation back in the day, right? And let's say that gang affiliation had a color or a way you dress or where you wear your hat or whatever, right?
His gang affiliation was red. My gang
No, do that.
affiliation was blue. Yes, it was.
Okay, put it like that. We'll keep it. We'll keep it that way. So you think that's a worldly thing. So you go somewhere else where nobody's thinking about that. You're not intimidating anybody.
That's right.
If you're the only one operating like that hat or that color means something,
It has no effect on me. Right, right,
it
right.
has no effect on you.
Mm-hmm.
You become the minority.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm saying is that we two things. The worst part of our character is exploited by us in our own community. And our community shuns us from doing anything outside of those attributes.
Right.
The only way to fix that is to diversify.
Right. I was gonna
It's
say
to go to other
before you
areas.
shut me down, I was gonna say that. I was gonna
Yeah.
circle it back. Our biggest problem is we box ourselves into our own community. But when you become more traveled and you can see other cultures, you realize, hey, we're more alike than different, right? It's just
Yeah.
they just execute it a little better because they have the structure, the foundation. So it's like you said, we gotta diversify. We gotta look at how the Mexicans move. Look at how the Dominicans move. Look at how white people move. Look at how Asians move. Look at how Africans move. And you'll find out that we're more alike than we are different. It's just there's
Well,
an execution problem. Go ahead.
I would take it to one more extent, right? Stop looking at people based on um their their ethnicity, because people are all people. We all
Yeah.
have feelings. We all silly. I think what happens in our community is our innocence is robbed from us early. We can't be naive. We can't be playful. We can't be
Can't smile.
jovial.
Yeah.
We can't
Yeah.
smile.
Can't cry. None of that.
Can't cry.
Yeah. These are
You
all
take you
basic.
take that.
These are all basic human emotions. We nope. Nope. Can't do it.
Yeah, yeah, bro. And I think that if we get like, I mean, and those are natural human responses, right?
Yeah.
I think if we embrace other cultures, whether that be ethnicities or nationalities, and we are able to be vulnerable, and where vulnerability is embraced, where um family structure is embraced, where you know uh um education is intelligence is embraced. Like hell, bro, do you know it's a stigma to say black folks can't swim?
I mean,
So we instantly are automatically discouraged from really swimming.
yeah, we getting better though. We're getting better, especially with knowledge.
With swimming?
No, not swimming. I don't know. I can't speak to that. But knowledge, it's cool now to be a nerd now. I don't know if it's cool to be a nerd on the dating scene, but just black folks is all of a sudden bigging up, you know, people of intellectual capacities. I don't know if they really want to date them, but we're getting a little better with that.
Like I don't know how to gauge it. So I mean, if that's your perspective, I'm cool with it. I mean, all I'm saying is in general, um, our lack of diversity is what's killing us.
Yeah,
I'll say this while you were off camera, bro. Think about this. We want all black everything. We want Black Wall Street back. We want all, that's when it comes back to it for the cause, right? I said, cool. Let's say all the black people, we only 42 million, right? That's
yeah,
all it is in this big country.
yeah,
Let's take us all together and give us the state. Give us the biggest state. Give us the biggest state, Texas. We fill up Texas. We got our state. We got three big cities, three or four big cities. That's it. We close ourselves off to 98% of the country then. We would never experience beautiful mountains. right? We never.
Why are
The only shore we'll know is the Gulf of
the
America.
Gulf of America, right? Why are we still 13%? That's my question. We've been 13% forever. Why? Why are we
I said
still
I could tell you why. I said it.
what?
Um. Well, first off, we should be integrating more. Like it's like, bro, it's coming to the point that our culture for black men, and I'm going there.
Hmm.
It's coming to a point that women in this culture are pushing themselves away from black men. They're not raising their daughters. These women aren't being raised to respect men, to honor black men. They're not being raised to honor marriage, or for that to be the goal, to have families and things like that. And what's going to happen is eventually we're going to wisen up in these other cultures, or whatever ethnicity or nationality that we talking about. We're going to start integrating, and that's going to be interesting. But again, the only way to increase our population is actually, is to multiply, right? You know what I mean?
Oh, we
Procreation.
multiplying. Hey, we've got the promiscuity tag, so we definitely out here doing the thing. But why are we stuck on 13%?
I
I'm,
can't
I'm
answer
trying
that.
I'm
I
trying
mean,
to get you to say it.
somebody need to bust some more nuts. I don't know.
What about the abortion rates? Do we need to Google those? Cause see, you tap
Um,
dancing. Now you tap dancing. We
I,
done
I don't agree
agreeing.
with that.
We, okay, all right.
I don't agree that that's. I mean, I don't know what the numbers are on that, but I don't think that's the reason. I mean, it will move the needle, but
That's
um,
why. That's why you don't think so, because you don't know the numbers. So that's your homework.
no, I'm not finna even look that up. It's not cool to be smart.
So you gonna fall with? Okay, all right. That's your scapegoat, huh?
Yeah, you know what's weird, bro? Have you ever heard a white person call another white person lame?
I'm trying to quantify that because they don't use those terms, but I'm trying to see if they
They
call each
don't.
other. Mm,
Think about that.
probably not. Hey,
Like,
anybody in the chat
yeah,
that's white, let me know because we don't know. Obviously, we don't hang
we don't
around
know.
enough white people to answer that. Apparently, because I don't know. I don't think I.
We don't know. And what I'm saying is this: if you was labeled lame in school, that was a problem.
That was a
That
death
means you
sentence. That
wasn't.
was a death sentence. Yeah.
That means you ain't gang bang, you ain't smoke or drink, and
No
you wasn't
swag.
an athlete.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You're lame. And 98% of the people in the world really are lame.
Yeah, yeah.
That's crazy. Our community does that. What options are there? I remember we know who she is. She was she's married to the mayor. She went to school with us.
Don't do that. Okay.
And
Oh gosh.
she was a straight A student, bro.
Shout
And I
out, shout,
remember girls
hey,
used to,
shout out to the mayor's wife. We didn't say what city, but shout out
I
to the
ain't say what
mayor's wife
city, but you know who you are,
for
my
sure.
homegirl. But she was straight A student most through high school, right? And she was hated on for being smart and carrying herself well. That's crazy.
Hmm.
People would say that she thinks she's too good. She thinks she's better than somebody. That's crazy. We need to have her on here. I could imagine the stories that she would be able to tell about that.
Mm. No, she Hollywood now. That ain't happening.
I don't think she Hollywood, bro.
She would want to. No, she's not Hollywood, but she's Hollywood. I'm not saying she's genuine. She probably would, but I don't think the
Profile.
powers that be would let her. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm, we'll see. I tap into politics every now and then. I could throw on a red suit or blue suit.
No, yeah, right.
I could throw on a suit. But my point of saying that is this, y'all. It's crazy. What do y'all think, man? Do y'all think doing it for the culture or trying to have recreate Black Wall Street? Do y'all think those goals are legitimate? I hate when we put ourselves in this box.
I
And I
think we're
think
400 years
sometimes
behind. I think we.
no, it's not even the years no more, Mike. I agree with what you're saying. We are quote unquote 400 years
You
behind,
didn't
but
even let me
that's not
finish my
how it
thought.
works.
You didn't even let me finish my thought.
Oh
That
wait,
wasn't that
okay,
was
okay.
that wasn't even a thought.
I'm
The
sorry.
point is, We got to start from ground zero. We worrying about Black Wall Street, and our family is a mess. You trying to
Well,
save the hood, and your family is in shambles. That's what I'm saying. We're behind, so we need to start with the basics, get the basics down pat, and then build upon that. That's what I'm saying. I didn't mean to trigger you by saying 400 years behind. I'm just saying we have to we have to master the basics before we try to jump off the porch.
I got a
Is what I'm
question
saying.
then.
Go ahead.
I got a question. Who the hell is we?
The same way you was talking about earlier when you were saying African Americans.
And I think that's the problem. We need to stop looking at we as a skin color, because we're looking at that we through a
Ken,
lens that
come on,
we're
Ken.
trying to aim for equality. We got
Why
to
is it
integrate,
okay?
bro. We
Why is
can't.
it okay for you to say we and say African American, but when I say it, it's we got to stop looking at it as ethnic.
No, no,
Like,
no,
bro,
no, no. No. I'm saying it to make the okay. I'm saying it for the reference point, but I'm also saying it on the other sense. That's our issue, right? Is that the only we we're trying to use to identify these thoughts and these movements with is color,
but we can't
bro. Let's
we
keep.
can't integrate. We can't integrate until we gotta get home right before we worry about integrating.
I disagree. I'll tell you this, bro. I'm gonna keep it honest. If our hoods, right, dispersed and poured ourselves into other communities, and we adopted some of the norms of those communities by acting more civilized, right? And I'm not saying we all like that, but I'm talking about, we act, we we don't conform to the negative stereotypes that were in the community that we left, and we open up and we be more vulnerable and we adopt the habits of these new communities. I think we'll integrate with people that have the same values, the same likes and dislikes, the same quirks and features and idiosyncrasies, right? And I think that's how things would be corrected, because then we won't be talking about the black movement. We'll be talking about, bro, I love Portage. I love where my people are. You know what I'm saying? I love quote unquote city, right? Because the people there, that makes up your community. It ain't got nothing to do with color, bro. And I think that's holding us back. I think it's holding us back. I remember when nephew was on, your son was on, right? And just listening to him talk, bro, he seemed so happy, so motivated, because he had a person, his person. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. No,
And
I
he had to
actually
find
I
his
actually
person.
agree with you. I
Yeah,
want
he
to
had
I
to
want
find
to
his person
disagree.
outside of the community.
I want to disagree because you said some triggering things, and I'll let the audience dissect that or whatever. But I understand your overall point. When you're when you're in diverse areas, you just pick up on things. Like when I moved out here to where I was, I still had a good work ethic. I still took care of things, but it was still a level of consistency in the way things were, whatever the culture was around here.
You
And it
got
brought
to.
my level up like, oh, snap, I need to hold on. I gotta, you know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Like, wait, whoa. So I get what you're saying. You have to disperse. You got to get out of your norm. You got to get out of there's levels to
The
this,
hood.
is what you're saying. There's levels to this. Yeah. The community, the hood, whatever. Get out there because you'll understand there's levels to this. What you think is okay ain't even close to okay. And that subconsciously makes you raise your level up. It level up, not level down. You level up. You move to a better community, you don't level down. You don't get worse, you get better. So I understand what you're saying. But
Yeah.
yeah, we gotta get out of this stick together. Like you said, black everything. Look, you gotta produce. Just like Walmart gotta produce, just like McDonald's gotta earn my dollar. I don't eat at McDonald's. I'm just throwing it out there. Just like these corporations, these white corporations gotta earn my dollar. My people gotta earn my dollar too. It ain't no black everything just because you black. I'm gonna support. No good. No good.
I'm with that, bro. And I hate saying it though, right? Because we love our people. I don't want people to think that,
For sure.
but I think we're at a point in life that we have to be real. And I think that I'm not. I think we're both comfortable, right? We're comfortable. We moved and transitioned from the hood, from the urban community, right?
Hmm.
And I think that we've seen the benefits of diversity. we've seen not just the benefits of diversity to ourselves, but to our children. Like
Right.
our children were not raised, have not been raised anything remotely similar to how we were raised, and I think we appreciate our community because of that. You know what I mean? I think sometimes, bro. Um, yeah, I think it goes back to just, bro. We understand we only 13%. That dream to have black on this, black on that, bro. We in the wrong space for that, bro. We got to understand where we are and take advantage of this opportunity. We are the wealthiest Africans in the world. So if you talking about get your bro, I don't care what dollar you get, you gonna get it with somebody of a different ethnicity too.
Yep.
They had a hand in it.
Yep.
I said this, bro. If every African American voted, it still wouldn't have been enough to get Barack in there. You needed white
Exactly. You
people.
needed the white
So,
vote.
so,
Yeah.
listen, slavery didn't stop because
Thank you.
slavery didn't stop because what's her name?
Harriet
Under
Tubman.
Harriet Tubman. It
Hmm.
didn't stop with Harriet. Guess who was helping Harriet? Bob, Billy, Susan,
Lisa.
Karen,
Yeah.
Karen,
Oh yeah.
right? So, and we have to understand that the Karen, right? Because we call the white ladies Karen, right? The Karen that helped what's her name again?
Harriet.
I broke my mind. Harriet. The
Hmm.
Karen that helped Harriet was like-minded. They may have liked the same things. They may have had the similar belief system. They were of the same community. They thought the Karen that helped her said, "This is wrong. I support you. Let's do this. People
Hmm.
shouldn't be treated like this." Right? So I think sometimes, bro, we try to wanna highlight our accomplishments, and we want all black this, all black that, man. But we have to be honest. We are so much better when we're integrated, bro. Slavery stopped because white people felt like it was wrong. Segregation stopped because they understood it wasn't right. And it took them to give up this quote unquote privileged thing for us to get there. We couldn't have done it by ourselves. None of these movements were by ourselves. Do y'all not know people? Martin Luther King and Malcolm X had white people working with them in the government.
Hey, we always try to humble women by saying the only reason why you got rights is because the man gave you the rights. Well, we black folks, the only reason why we got rights because the white man gave them to us. Just saying, we didn't fight for it, we
Wow.
didn't kill for it. So,
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. I just think that I think what I wanna make is that I think we should be more focused on integration and finding people who are like-minded. I think we'll find peace. I think we'll find more ways, more therapy, right? Bro, I was just thinking like this is crazy. In our community, I think, there's a lot of drugs and alcohol usage, a lot of promiscuity, and I think people are medicating with those habits. Bro, from my travels and even where I live in my environment, I see so many other ways to medicate, bro. I see people going on hikes. I see people rock climbing. I see people taking yoga classes and doing yoga in the park. Um, like so many other ways to medicate as a human, to meditate as a human that aren't tearing our body up, that aren't tearing our community up. These are outlets, bro. And I just think that our community won't allow us to embrace anything other than what we saying is cool in the community. And it hurts. It hurts us more than it helps us. You there, Mike? You look frozen on my end, bro. Now I can't hear you.
my bad. I'm sorry, I was muted. I try to mute
Yeah.
because I've been coughing, so I was talking and I was muted the whole time. Anyway, no, I agree with your points. I do. We got a problem with diversity. We try to act like we want equality, But with equality, you got to diversify. You can't stay in your own little bubble and expect equality. You know what I'm saying? You can't be that quiet kid at school that don't want to kick it with everybody else and then expect people to just accept you. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta mingle. You. Oh, this is what I want to say real quick before you disagree with that. Um, the thought you were talking about diversifying yourself and mingling with other groups. Do you think that's the because people like to talk about the house Negro and the field Negro? Some people would look at what you said as being a house Negro. You trying to get in with the others, they would look at that as a bad thing. When the house Negro taught the field Negro how to read, right? Because he was amongst, you know,
A different environment, different
yeah.
experiences.
So what do you say to the people that always like to use the house Negro, field Negro, uh, not dichotomy, but the avatar? What do you say to that? The people try to shame the house Negro.
Well, the first thing I say is anybody who's making those comments, none of them have ever been a slave. So they really don't know what they're saying. They really don't have the true context behind that, right? Um, but I say to this, stand in your box, you can only grow as big as that box, bro.
Ooh, bars. Wait, say that again. Hold on. I wasn't ready. One more time.
If you stay in your box, you can only grow as big as that box. If you notice, you you can't you won't outgrow your aquarium. But if you put him in the ocean, that fish gonna grow as big as he can get.
I was hoping you was gonna make that parallel because that's exactly what I was the first thing I thought of when you said that. Like bars.
Yeah, and that's the craziness, bro. And I think that for you to want me to be in your box, I'm sorry, bro. If I'm a house Negro for embracing my community, being around people who are homeowners, um, uh, opening myself up to diversity, finding comfort in being vulnerable, being responsible with my finances and my word, teaching my children not to be promiscuous, making sure that the baseline for my children starts with education and home ownership, which are the two things that we can directly do to
Yep.
to decrease the wealth gap.
Wealth gap. Yep.
Well, then hate me, then, bro. I've been hated on, doubted, and they ain't gonna change nothing, bro. I sleep well in a very large box.
I like that.
So I'll stay in that box.
That's a great way to end it. That's a great way to end the conversation. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, bro. That was a good one. What you think, Mike?
Yeah. Hopefully they join the conversation, and give their 2 cents. But I understand with the black community, we say we're not a monolith, but we really are because there's opposing views within the same realm of conversation. You got the house Negro, you got the field Negro, you got the Uncle Tom, you got the stay down Negro. So these types of conversations are going to ruffle some feathers depending on what side of the aisle you sit on. But like I said,
Bro.
these conversations are needed because what we're doing now ain't working. It's not
Oh
working.
no. Well, some of them think it's working, but it's crazy. But you know what's funny? What I noticed, I think I was telling you this when you were going out of town, bro. Do you know this is the only place in the world that we're considered black? Everywhere else I go, the American,
American.
the American,
Yep. When
the
I was in
American,
Mexico, yeah, American. Yeah, when nobody,
the
yeah,
American.
yep.
Yeah, that's crazy. Americano. Yeah.
All right, y'all. So hope y'all enjoyed the conversation. Click the like button if you liked it. Click subscribe if you
I'm
want to rock with us.
back.
Any, don't start. Here we go. Hold on.
Stop the cap.
you know,
So
I,
we see who was playing with their toys over the holiday.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, but guess what?
The show must go on.
That's how we get down. When Ken disappear,
The show must go on.
it just is what it is.
Yeah,
Well, hey,
listen. And the entertainment level is just as high as that damn meme.
yeah,
The show must go on.
Okay.
he hating.
So
He
to my
hating. He
to our
hating.
subscribers, to our almost 1,000 subscribers, I apologize for y'all feeling like y'all was in the principal's office the last 3 weeks.
Stop the cap.
Y'all had this face the whole time.
Okay.
Bro, they was loving you. They was loving your boy. Don't trip.
Ah, Jesus. Then with sympathy likes and subscribes.
Was that what it was? They want. They want
Like
that.
somebody look,
They want a
hey,
sidecar Bob. They want a sidecar
you,
Bob. Cookie the clown. They
you,
want.
you know what you didn't know is I had a 70 cents a day banner going around the other at the bottom.
Hey, that's
Subscribe to
what's
help
up.
this brother out.
Ho-
Subscribe to help this brother out.
Hopefully you got that same 70-cent banner going on, so we can get them numbers up. Straight up. Get another
You
banner
know
for
what?
Corey to join.
Oh Jesus Lord. Pray,
We got an
pray for our
APB. We got an APB out for Corey. He's a missing. He
pray.
on the back of the milk box.
If y'all, yeah, let me put that out there, bro. If y'all wonder where Corey is, we don't know either. And I'm the stubborn one out the group. I ain't gonna call you to come to something that you done volunteered for. So
The show must go on.
I'm gonna assume
Hmm.
that we all adults and we handle things. But the door is open. Corey ain't did nothing foul. He just inconsistent, and he know that. And if that's what he gonna work on, he can work on it. When he's here, his conversation is gonna be welcome. But as Mike said, these
The show must go on.
Sorry, man. I didn't mean to step on you. I ain't know you was gonna say it.
hey, wait. And just by that meme, that let them know we're a diverse podcast over here, bro.
Right, there you go.
Stop the cap.
Hey, every time you use my voice, I won't get paid. You gonna pay me for using my voice.
Okay.
Oh, this dude with these memes, bro. Listen, I am going to play with this system and come up with some stuff. Oh, Jesus. All right. Want to go on to the second topic?
Not on this one, but yeah.
Oh, you
We,
okay?
we
You know
could tell
what?
them. We could tell them what the next topic is gonna be. What is it? What are we talking about?
Yeah, y'all gotta tune in though.
Yeah.
They gotta tune in.
What they turning in for?
What are we? What were we gonna talk about, Mike? I said we talked about the community. Oh, you know what, bro? Current events, y'all. Hey man, we gotta hit it. I want to talk about this ice
Pause.
stuff, bro. Oh, well, no, I gotta hit it. I want to talk about this ice stuff, bro, and maybe we can put some. I'm not sure if you heard about what happened in Minnesota.
Of
Rest in
course.
peace to the woman that lost her life.
Mhm.
I definitely want to give our perspective. I think we can go back and forth on it. I want to know what you saw, Mike, because truth be told, y'all, we didn't. We the next show, we haven't talked about it amongst each other, so I think it'd be dope
Right.
for us to, kind of record that live and get both of our reactions to those incidents, and then to kind of what's going on overall. We're not gonna politicize none of this because it's not about the politics of it. It's just about the conversation amongst the people, and I think definitely what's happening is worthy of a conversation. I'm not gonna try to get too deep into what's right or what's wrong, just actually the events and actions that are going on. So, y'all wanna hear that? You know what I'm saying? Y'all wanna cue that up? Y'all gotta
Tap
check in
in.
for the next show.
That's right.
Tap in. Like, subscribe, man. Listen, this is what I want y'all to do. We got 700 and how many? 27, 28,
25,
29,
probably more. Yeah.
25,
Mhm.
725. So what we need is, what is that, 75? We need 275 more.
To reach
So
that thou
tell
wow.
tell a friend to tell a friend.
Oh wait, hold
Yeah.
on. We just lost 2 subscribers, so we're down to 723. So let's
See,
make sure we
those are
factual,
two that just watch.
factual.
Those are two that just watch Mike's discipline videos the last 3 weeks. Like,
They said
I
nah.
can't do this. Just depressed. 300. Two people like, I can't do this again.
Stop the cap.
Mike smile and more expression. Y'all done seen more expression tonight than y'all seen in the last 3 weeks for this dude.
What? What? When you with a clown, you gotta smile. So
Oh,
when I'm by when you by yourself, it is what it is. It's cool.
I'll
No,
take that. I'll take that. I'll take that. So next time, in order to get you smile, all we gotta do is put a mirror in front of you
just
so
put
you
a
can see a
picture.
clown. You can smile.
Ah, I like that. I like that. Hold on. I like that.
Hey, so he done got sharper since I've been gone. So I'm slacking, y'all. I gotta get my memes up. My comeback game ain't right. I can't throw my uppercut like I want to. You know what I'm saying?
He just standing there taking. He bobbing and weaving like, oh,
Look,
okay.
look,
This what
look.
we doing? Right, right.
I'm offline right now. I'm offline right now. I'm Mayweather. I'm shoulder rolling over here, man. So yeah, bro, we got. Hey, that's what we're gonna talk about too, bro. Jake Paul got knocked the f- out.
All right. Well, let's go ahead.
We gotta talk about the Great White Hope. Y'all gotta tune in. Listen, like, subscribe. We got some stuff to talk about. I'm Bizak. This is Mr. Mike Check. This is Simply Ken. We signing out, man. Hit us up on the next one.
Peace.